It's the name of your new band, Morning Joe and the Vicks. Here's the thing, though, Joe. It is really, really low, indicating that people are calm. Now, corporate earnings are good. The global economies tend to be recovering, so I get that. But you've got North Korea saber-rattling. You still have the slight possibility of the so-called Frexit, the French exit, if Marine Le Pen pulls off the surprise win. So there's a lot of things to be worried about there, but the market doesn't seem to be worried, probably because corporate earnings and the economy seem to be humming along.
Joe, so does that worry you that they're not worried? Is this like 1927?
Or 1999 or 2007. Listen, I've been doing this too long. When things get sanguine, I tend to get nervous because when everybody's going to one side of the boat, when everybody is optimistic, when everybody is confident, maybe that's when you should just worry a little bit, right?
Back up a little bit. Yeah, no, I remember back in like 2006, 2007, everybody's like, gotta get in real estate. Joe, why aren't you in real estate? We gotta get in real estate.
No money down, man.
What? Yeah. No money down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Equity line your home and buy a solid gold boat. That worked in 2006.
I did that.
Those things sink quicker than you think.
They do sink awfully fast. Fortunately, I had an interest-only loan. I'm still paying on it, but it was a great deal at the time.
Canada trade war. Brian Sullivan, go.
Well, okay, so Canadian softwoods, listen, this has been going back to 1982. Honestly, 1982, 1986 was the first time a levy was imported. The fundamental difference is this. The Canadian government owns the trees. Private corporations here own the trees. So our corporations think their government is illegal subsidizing it. The question is this, will Canada tariff things like cars and heavy machinery and even fruit juice? Those are the main imports that we send to Canada. The market, though, doesn't seem to be that concerned. I mean, raise your hand, guys, if you thought that Trump would start a trade war with a country that began with the letter C. We all raise our hands. Now raise it if you thought that country that began with C would be Canada and not China. I wonder if the Trump diehards are a little frustrated by the softening tone on China.
Brian, can I just check something? It's Catty here. When the president says that there's a huge trade deficit with Canada, it's not, right? 15 billion or something? It's tiny.
Well, that's oil, too, Catty. I mean, so, we import a ton of Canadian oil. So any trade difference, real trade imbalance between the Canadians and us is going to be really reduced to one word, which is oil. So you got to kind of take that with a grain of sea salt.
So why is he doing it then?
Well, listen, my thought, honestly, as somebody who has a home in Wisconsin and lives there, is that this is a giant kiss in some ways to Wisconsin. Because think what else.
Oh, okay.
It's a state that largely delivered the presidency to Trump. Think of it this way. He's also making comments with Commerce Secretary Ross about sort of Canada's milk issue, almost like illegal milk subsidies. You're going after dairy and you're going after lumber. Those are two things that are very, very keen to the cheeseheads, my semi-people's heart. So I do wonder if this is kind of a giant kiss to my adopted home state.
I think you just answered the question, actually, because it's Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Ohio that he has to win and to get reelected.
The Post has a chart in the paper today about correlating the milk-producing states and the states that voted for Trump up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's the dairy state. And I just wonder, listen, that's just my own thing. The first thing I thought was there's a lot of logging trucks in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan and Wisconsin, and a lot of milk.
There you go.
Trump spoke by phone yesterday with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau over the lumber decision. But two very different readouts emerged from the call. The one from the White House acknowledges the leaders had spoken about trade issues and